So we don't have a theme for this live stream as we do other live streams. Also, 65 of you are here. That's awesome. Basically, what we're going to do is just answer some questions.
Yep.
A bunch of you guys sent in questions on Instagram. We had one email with like 1,000 questions. So we're going to go through that. That's great to me. Okay. Well, then we're going to go.
Yep.
If you guys have questions, also ask in the chat. I don't know if we will get to them.
Yeah.
But we'll try. I'm going to open up Instagram, and we're going to start with, let's see. A couple of you guys asked about keto. How is keto going? Auburn, what do you think? How is keto?
When we are doing keto, I think we do fine.
Right? Yes.
It's really easy for us to break keto because pizza and beer and ice cream and all the fun things, bread, like real bread, not just keto bread, but like real bread.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if we're doing keto, I think we do okay.
Right. When we're actually sticking to it, we do well.
Yeah. And we usually do it like during the week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been talking ourselves out of it fairly frequently. We can just skip it for tonight.
The weekends are harder than weeks.
Yeah.
Like during the week, I feel like, especially for Sherri, it's easy for you to have like a salad for lunch, egg bites for breakfast, and then we just like make a dinner. With the weekends, I feel like when you're out and about and like doing things, it makes it more difficult.
Yeah.
So I would say keto is going okay. It's also difficult because like, I don't know, even it feels like we're on vacation a little bit, like with Auburn here. And when you're on vacation, you want to like splurge.
Right.
And you want to have things that you like and that make you happy.
And we want to take her to like our favorite restaurants and show her around things in Anchorage and around Alaska. And it's really hard to eat keto in restaurants. So
someone said, I thought you guys were still on the trip. How was it? No, we've actually been back for
a week. Well,
yeah, almost 6 days.
We got back Monday.
We got back last Monday. The trip was just Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. We got back Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really, really quick. We are going on another trip in July. I think July 10th is the next RV trip.
Yep.
Next week, you won't be on keto. No, Laura, surprise. We're all going on keto while you're here. Someone said, are you going to Seward to see whales this summer? Heck yes, we are. Actually, I messaged a friend this last week, and asked who, and she works for a company that owns one of the cruise companies. And she said she can probably get us free passes on the whale cruise. So not only are we going, we're going to go see whales for free, which is like the best way to see whales.
Right.
So very excited about that.
I'm really excited.
I think that the whale cruise we go on is going to be one of the highlights of your summer. Like,
I think it's going to be one of the top 10 moments of my life.
It's amazing. We have some friends who were in Seward this week, and they posted photos. They went out on one of those, and the whales they saw were amazing.
Don't make me cry. I'm really excited.
Like, the photos were so cool.
I'm excited.
Auburn's face of excitement. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So I love when we travel around Alaska. So do we, and it's something that Sherri and I have talked about this for basically every summer we've had our channel about wanting to do more of it.
Every summer that I've been up here,
we just have not.
we talked about wanting to explore more, and we just don't.
Next question: are you going to stir crazy as I am, knowing that Disneyland is closed? I'll say Disneyland and Disney World, even if you can't be there. Are you going to stir crazy, not being able to go to the parks?
Well, I live in Florida and I came to Alaska. So.
That's true. Right.
Yeah, I think it's hard to feel stir crazy when you live in Alaska and you can really only go to the parks like once or twice a year, if that. It's not something that we do all the time because it's very expensive to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel like we're really missing out yet.
I also am struggling to want to go back to the parks anytime soon.
For sure.
And I know that's like probably not a popular thing to say. I just don't. When I go to the parks, I want to enjoy it, partly because it is expensive, right? We're buying airplane tickets, we're buying hotels, we're buying like park passes. It's an expensive trip, and I don't want to go and not have all of the magic there. Right. And I think it's going to be a while before all of the magic is back. Right. So I'm struggling with like feeling stir crazy because I don't necessarily know that I want to go anytime soon. Now, a Disney cruise, I would want tomorrow. Like, yeah. But the parks, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. What about you guys? How are you doing with all of the park things? Are you guys going to go back as soon as they open? Or are you going to wait? You would?
I would.
Yeah.
You don't having to wear a mask?
Yeah.
I get annoyed when I wear a mask. Like, we went to the farmer's market yesterday, and we were there for 20 minutes.
And it's just like,
And when we walked to the car, I was just like taking it off.
I would
So
be fine. I mean, it would hide my cranky face, so I feel like I would be okay.
even a gold pan in Alaska, Sherri and I have.
Yeah.
No.
You are not too big on
I
gold
don't
panning.
know.
It feels.
Have you guys gone gold panning? Is it something that I should do, or is it just something that everyone does in Alaska because?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
That's-
little kitschy. And,
Yep, totally.
I mean, you're not like strung gold.
Because that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just like, I don't really like. I can play in the mud when I want to,
Right.
and I don't have to
Mhm.
pay for it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just feels weird.
I will say I have been gold panning both at like really touristy places and gold panning like out where we used to live in Traverse Creek. And even though gold panning is kitschy, when you actually get gold, it is unbelievable. It is a super exciting feeling. Like, oh, there's like gold that we just got from like a riverbed.
We still have like a little jar of it. We got.
Sandy says wearing a mask in Miami today was not fun. The heat and humidity are no joke.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And that's the thing. It's been like mid 50s, 60s here, and we're still just dying in our mask. And if it's 30 degrees hotter, I don't even want to think about having to do that.
Miss Cookie says hello. I love all your videos. I was hoping you have booked your Disney cruise in April. So we don't have a Disney cruise booked in April. In the event that the LeggLife cruise is canceled, we will book it in May. The exact date we will let you know after we know.
Right.
Let's see. Really hoping for the Mexico cruise late September. So we.
I hope so.
Yes, go. It was amazing. Go gold panning? Interesting. We went gold panning last time. It's kind of fun. Okay. Maybe we can convince her to go gold panning.
There's one not far from here, like half an hour from Anchorage.
Super touristy though.
Super touristy. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, super touristy.
Yeah.
Does your water bottle have an OM symbol on it?
Corey's having banana bread French toast every day.
I don't know.
Wait, Corey, did you post on Facebook this morning about? I think it was you. I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw somebody post a banana bread French toast photo,
Did
And
you
I-
like it?
and I thought that was cool.
I liked it. It was the
So
first time I
did I.
had it, and I really liked it.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
I'll book it on May then. Which cruise? We're not going to announce that yet. We will announce the cruise when we want to announce the cruise.
Right.
If
If we need to cancel in September, we'll announce which one we're gonna rebook.
yes. Let's see. Travel plans for 2021. Auburn, do you have any 2021 travel plans?
Yes.
Any that you can announce?
I don't see why not. I'm booked on the Panama Canal cruise in the spring.
Mm.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I'm booked on it.
Yes.
I would hope that one happens, right? Like,
Yeah.
but then who knows?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like if it doesn't happen, it bodes very ill for Alaska
Oh, 100%. Totally agree.
because the ship has to get over here somehow.
100% agree.
Right.
I feel more confident about that one happening.
I agree.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't imagine if next year's tourist season is canceled. I don't know how businesses here survive because even businesses that are being hit hard this year, like the lady at the campground we stayed at in Fairbanks, she was like, we just hope that people come back like in force next year, right? They're like, you know what, we can make it through 1 year, but next year is like we need to make up ground next year.
Right. We can kind of look through this year, but next year we need to kick it up.
Do we have any 2021 plans? I actually don't think we have any trips booked in 2021. Do we?
Yeah. No.
Wow.
We had discussed Tokyo.
We had, but the friends we were going to go to Tokyo with
Just had a baby.
had a baby. So guess what? We're not going to Tokyo. with
Probably
them.
not.
What things we want to do? Well, we want to go to the UK. We want to go to Wales.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Nothing
yeah.
actually booked yet for 2021.
We also typically don't book that far, and so like
Yeah.
we would probably start looking at 2021 late this year.
Mhm.
We'd start looking next year. I went on an Alaskan Princess cruise. Princess is one of the biggest cruise lines that comes with Alaska. I heard through the grapevine some DCMs are saying November is their date that they're shooting for to sail again. Don't quote me. It's just what I heard. We'll see.
I would believe that.
Yeah, I'd believe that too. Yeah, I totally believe that too. This year just has no end. I don't know.
Interminable.
Tokyo, come on over. Said Tokyo Disney Dad. We would love to come over.
Right.
We would love to
It's-
come over.
It's for sure on our list of places we want to go.
It's like a hair floating right here. Do you see this? Really annoying me because it's just like hovering, and I probably look crazy to you guys.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
That was hilarious. Just don't mind me.
I saw it. He's not completely crazy.
Come to Denmark. Denmark would be cool. Have you ever been anywhere over? Like, have you been to like Scandinavia?
No.
I haven't either.
I've been to Austria.
Okay.
It's a hydro peak, not a hydro flask.
Oh,
TJ Maxx for like $12.
I like that price much better than like Hydro Flask price.
Right?
Hydro Flasks are so expensive.
It's stupid.
It is kind of
I'm
stupid.
sorry if you like those. I just like things that are on sale.
Adam is seeing things again. I know, just like, don't mind me. Question. Somebody asked, what book, movie, or trip would you like to do again for the very first time? Experience again for the very first time. Sherri, what's your answer?
Well, I went with book because
Okay.
obviously I would like to experience the Harry Potter series again because there's so many things in the book that are in the whole series that I like remember where I was when I read it because it was just like, oh my gosh. So like I remember the circumstances around what was happening in my life and like just changed my life.
Did you read Harry Potter books as they came out?
No.
You read them a while afterward, right?
Yeah, I
That's
didn't
what I thought.
start reading them until after we were married. So 2006-ish
Wow.
is when I started reading them.
When did they come out?
So I think the only book that hadn't
90s?
been out
Started in
yet
the 90s?
was book 7.
Okay. What about you?
What about me? What?
Book. Like, what would you experience for the first time over again?
I would like to go back and experience my first Disney cruise again.
Mm.
Duh.
Mhm.
Because I was a freshman in high school, and I wish that we had taken a camera with us to record, videotape that
Video
with Aaron
recorder.
in here. Yeah.
Video.
Oh, we did have like a digital camera then, okay. But I wish that we had taken more pictures and like actually recorded things because I wish I had those memories.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had such a good time on that cruise. I remember I was really excited. Like the anticipation level was so high. And my mom was telling the story. She was like, I picked you guys up from school and you guys, your feet didn't touch the ground when you were coming up to the car. Before we left, it was so great because, you know, we knew that we were unburdened from all of the things that tied us to home for that whole week. And we'd never been, we knew it was going to be great. We didn't know how great it was going to be because it was marvelous. It was a wonderful time.
It'd be cool to have like video
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that. Mine actually is our Ireland trip. I wish, very similar to you, I wish we had vlogged that. Like that's the one trip I wish, even more than our first Disney cruise, which obviously we found some video of that. But Ireland to us was just like, we have some photos, but not
We have
many.
a lot of photos.
Do we?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Yeah, you printed some.
yeah, we did. That's right. Did have some. Ireland to me was just perfect, other than the fact that Sherri almost died. Other than that,
I mean,
Ireland was perfect. Sherri was as sick as she's ever been.
I was so sick. Yeah.
Laura says, "What was your first itinerary, Auburn, on your Disney cruise? What was the very first cruise you went on?"
I think it was an Eastern Caribbean cruise.
Yeah.
I'm like pretty sure that that's what it was. It was a 7-night because we went the week of Thanksgiving. So we started cruising the week of Thanksgiving because Emma and I only had to miss it like Monday, Tuesday, and half of Wednesday for school. And Mom and Dad only had to take off a couple of days of work. But we got a whole week of vacation. And there were a lot of things that we had to do and tipped in that week. And we got out of all of those burdens.
That's
When we
awesome.
started leaving town, it was wonderful. It was so freeing. So yeah, we did that several years.
And you had never had a cruise before, right? Like Disney's was your first cruise.
It was my first cruise. My parents took like a 2-night
Oh, that's
on a Carnival cruise. It was like $150 sailing just to see if they were on the water.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah, and they went with like 7 other couples
Mhm.
in January of that year for their anniversary. Mom came home. She was like, "I loved this. We're booking a Disney cruise." So
It's awesome.
it was great. It was really, really great.
Name one place in the United States, a state you have not been to that you want to. Is there a state that you haven't been to? You're like, oh, I've got to get to
Maine.
Rhode Island.
That's the one I was thinking, actually, Maine.
Interesting.
I've been to Rhode Island. Okay, I'm gonna look crazy now too because you have hair on. Okay.
Apparently, a lot of hairs in this room.
I Rhode Island is super cute. I want to go to Maine because they're kind of known for their lobster, and I love lobster.
What about Maine? Why Maine for you?
I don't know, because I haven't really spent much time in New England, and I think that would be cool.
Would be cool. I have been to Maine, and Maine is cool. For me, gosh, I don't really know.
Louisiana.
New
Orleans.
Actually, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. There's very few, like, there's a few little pockets of states that I haven't been to. Or like Nashville, like Tennessee. I've never been to Tennessee, and I want to go to Nashville. I want to go to Memphis, but one of those two.
Yeah.
Most of
They were walking in Memphis.
I could say I would just sing the song the whole time. Just
You're just
walking.
singing the entire Memphis soundtrack the entire time.
Have you ever seen the Broadway play Memphis?
No, I haven't.
Memphis is one of, as far as music goes, one of the best Broadway plays.
It's so great.
It's about a white disc jockey in the early days of radio who wants to play black music, and people like push against that very much.
He has to
and
fall
so-
in love with the black lady.
Exactly. And so it is like one of the, as far as like race relations and like even just the like movie or not movie, the soundtrack. The music is phenomenal. Memphis is so good.
Mhm.
Memphis in May is out for next year. Have you all been to Las Vegas? Have you been to Las Vegas?
I have been to Las Vegas.
Yeah? What'd you
Yeah.
think?
The first time I went, I thought it was really, really smoky. And the second time I went, I kind of liked it a little bit more.
Okay.
I have not been as an adult yet.
Okay.
But I liked Vegas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've been to the airport.
Yeah, that's almost, we've only ever been to the airport. We do want to go. We don't, so the way that we do casinos is we'll go to a casino, and we have a set amount of money that we're planning on losing, right? Like for us, a casino is entertainment. It's not like, it's like going to a movie. When you go to a movie, you know, you're out $40 or $60, right? When we go to a casino, we know we're out X hundreds of dollars. And so we
when
just,
it's gone, we're gone.
and when it's gone, we're
And then
gone.
we
Like
leave.
there's no going to an ATM. There's no getting more money. Like this is the money we plan to lose. We have fun at casinos, but like we would want to go and do more of the shows.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I remember.
cards.
If I was
Exactly.
Vegas now as an adult, I wouldn't gamble.
Oh, I would.
I wouldn't. I would go to a show.
I'm really good at the slot machines.
You are. So it's the
I
worst.
believe that.
It's the worst
actually.
odds in. Yeah, for whatever reason, Sherri, we have left casinos with significant wins on multiple occasions off of Sherri slot machines.
We rarely actually lose the money that I go in.
My favorite story is we
usually make more.
we were in a casino in Jackpot, Nevada, and we were basically out of the money that we had planned on losing. And Sherri found, like with her last bit of money,
Mhm.
a Wizard of Oz slot machine.
I was like, ooh, it's Wizard of Oz.
And it was beautiful. It was like one of those slot machines that like you see and is just, you know,
Like, the Emerald City was actually like sparkling. I was like,
it was amazing. And Sherri walks up to it and puts in like the last money as we're leaving and wins.
like I don't 150 or
I don't
$200. I don't remember.
I don't remember. The kind of thing that's like, oh, well, we're done tonight.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
Okay, Laura says the Cirque shows. Yeah, I would go see Cirque du Soleil.
Yep.
I would
Mhm.
see Shania Twain.
Celine Dion.
is Shania Twain in Vegas?
Is she still
Yeah,
there?
she's
Wow.
she was.
I would go see the Lady Gaga show
Yeah.
because the way have you heard about her show?
No.
So the way she did it is fascinating.
Mhm.
So it's 2 nights. You don't go see her on one night, you go see her on 2 nights. The first night is basically her at a piano. And the second night is the full over the top like production of like a Lady Gaga show.
Wow.
And to me, that is so genius.
Yeah.
Like
That's amazing.
so smart.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I would like to see her. I want to see that Gaga show so bad. Aaron, let's go. Road trip. We'll start driving now. You start driving.
I mean, I feel like they're
later.
going to beat us there.
I was just going to say they're close. Gaga is good, except poor thing fell off the stage right in front of us.
Oh my gosh.
Janice. Why?
Yes. Oh my god.
What?
How do you have every cool story ever in the
That's-
history of ever?
And she fell off the stage and I caught her in my arms. And then we became best friends and we just left her house. We were hanging out. Gaga would be amazing. I think
I love her.
Vegas.
I do too.
I love her.
I was so excited when she was going to sing the national anthem for the.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I feel like she's
Physical.
completely crazy. Like,
Oh,
just
she's insane.
absolutely lost her mind, but she's ridiculously talented.
I don't think she lost her mind. I don't think she ever had it. I think she's crazy, but I think she's amazingly talented.
Right.
100% agree.
So much skill.
100%
It's
agree.
incredible.
Yep.
In fact, early in her career, I feel like she was so over the top that there were a lot of people who couldn't see her talent through like the show. And I felt I was sad about that because she's so talented.
Right. I think she needed to tone it back a little bit, which she did, and then her talent actually shines through. I don't think that she needs to be as crazy and weird in order to get attention, because her talent speaks for itself.
I think that's also her. One of the best Super Bowl performances of all time. I agree. Side note, greatest Super Bowl halftime show of all time? I have an answer. Prince. Fun story about the Prince show. It started to pour rain that morning. Absolutely pour rain. And the producers of the halftime show were so concerned about what that meant for Prince's show that they called Prince and they're like, what do you want to do? Like, how can we make this better? Like, are things okay? And Prince was just like, because he's like the king of cool. He was just like, can you make it rain harder? And I'm just like, that's so awesome. He was just like, nothing is going to like, and then he played Purple Rain and it's pouring rain. I could watch that performance forever. It's my favorite. It's my favorite story. Can you make it rain harder? That's such a BA like response.
Right.
Cool.
Did you hear that story?
Queen and
No, I
Adam
didn't know that
Lambert.
I
I love Adam Lambert.
Queen with Adam Lambert.
I was wondering why there were football players.
Wait, what? I was wondering why there were football players at the Prince concert.
That's pretty much where I'm at every Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm
Sherri.
there for the commercials and for the halftime show, and I mute or just turn off the TV together for the actual game because I don't care.
Okay, but the commercials this year were awful.
They were
Yeah,
actually
they
pretty
were
bad.
lame.
Terrible.
They were
I
bad.
was like waiting for them to get good. It's like maybe they'll be in the second half. No,
There was one that made me cry.
I hate those.
You hate those?
I hate the ones that make me cry.
Oh, I like those the most
Yeah.
actually.
I don't. Make me laugh. I don't want to cry. Life sucks enough, okay?
Especially.
Seen 2020. Can't you give me a good Super Bowl commercial?
Here's what I will say: if you run marketing for a giant company and you guys are having a Super Bowl commercial at this next year's Super Bowl,
Better be good.
it better be good. The dumpster fire of a year we have had, I'm expecting.
It
a
started
lot.
We
Right.
have earned
because of
funny
the commercials.
Yes, the commercials in next year's Super Bowl better be the best ever. Why are the Alaskan Elvis? I've seen that come a lot. I don't.
It's the hair.
It's the hair.
It's the Jimmy Neutron hair.
I don't have. Elvis had great hair.
I
I
thought it was
barely
the
have hair.
The sequin suit you wear and the
It is the sequin.
swinging hips.
That's what it is. And the fact that I always wear blue suede shoes.
Correct.
The Puppy Bowl is the best. I do love the Puppy Bowl. You ever watch Puppy Bowl?
Yeah.
So stinking cute.
I have a big ball in the house.
That's actually that's a good point. A couple questions that were sent in from our friend Kevin.
Is Kevin here?
Kevin, are you in here?
Kevin.
I haven't seen Kevin.
Okay. Kevin. Every time. Yeah, I know. Every time you say Kevin, I'm thinking
I'm there with you. I got it.
Yep. Thank you.
Kevin. Okay, so some people said, or I saw one person say we're choppy. There's not a lot we can do about that. I'm really
It's either our
sorry.
internet or yours. And I don't know how to fix ours right now.
Um,
I'm sorry.
Sherri, do you earmark your Etsy earnings for anything special?
Sometimes. Sometimes I use it for vacations. I think we used it to buy a Cricut a few months ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, but not usually. I don't usually like if I make X amount, we're doing this with it. Not really.
Yep. Oh,
It just goes
He's
into an
here.
account.
Kevin is here.
Yep.
All right, so there's one question for Sherri. Now, which question do you want to answer here?
Wait, how did you gain your love of travel / Disney?
Good question.
I was born with wanderlust. Okay, so I like to go places that are not the place that I live. And even if it's, like a short drive, I like to travel. So I think I was born with it. But like the Disney love came early. I was a Disney kid. I have a picture of me and I'm, too young to walk and I have the great big gigantic Winnie the Pooh, like stuff that you know what I'm talking about. And I was Winnie the Pooh for my second Halloween. And so I got to wear his shirt, and I couldn't leave the house until he was wearing one of my shirts because he couldn't be home naked.
Clearly.
But I have loved Disney for a very long time, and it's just getting stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And the appreciation, like I have so much more appreciation for Disney now. Like not just like I love the princesses or the characters, but I also appreciate what Disney does for people.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes such a big difference in so many lives.
Yeah, like the history and the impact.
Yeah.
Kevin, you sent so many questions. I'm trying to see. Okay, there's a lot going on in our nation. Understatement of the year. How do you say positive? About all the stuff that's going on, like within the nation. I have no control over coronavirus, no control over protests. I have no control over the things. And so, like, things that you don't have control over, what's the other option? Like,
Proud about it.
yeah, like, I mean,
you live in a dark cloud, or you can just say, I have no control of this. I'm moving on with my life.
yeah, I think that just to be honest about the things that you have control over, and just also be honest about the things that you don't have control over. So I don't know, just be a realist about it. Auburn is gonna love Disneyland. Hope you guys get to go.
Auburn is gonna love Disneyland.
Yep.
I tell her that every day. You're gonna love that.
You're gonna love that. Come to Copenhagen. Got the idea for Disney World? Idea for Disneyland. But yes, you're right. All right. What other questions do we have on here? Sherri and I considered moving to Florida or California to be able to go to Disney more often.
We have considered. We have not made any sort of
Only because I keep
movement on a
them.
decision.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think if we left Alaska, it would be to Washington or Oregon.
Probably.
No Disney parks there, but they're closer to Disney parks.
Yeah.
Absolute favorite meal. Do you have a favorite meal? Like your go-to? My all-time favorite meal is Costco hot dogs. Right?
Definitely not Costco hot dogs.
Wow.
Although they are really good.
They are for $1.50.
There are meals that I like in specific places. So if I'm at the state fair, I want a corn dog and I want a funnel cake and I want a lemonade.
Yep.
And if I'm at home in the fall, I want my mom's vegetable soup.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so there's like a time and a place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that I have like one meal that is.
There's not like a food memory that was like,
Okay, I just thought of one.
yes.
And it's on the Disney cruise ship.
Surprise, surprise.
And it's the deep fried brie and the French onion soup and the filet.
Oh yeah, it's good. My favorite menu.
Yeah.
Also, can I gripe about something? I was at Costco today, and I was walking through, Costco, and there are certain things that just should not exist.
My sister's here. Hi, Emma!
Emma, wow!
Yay!
And they had a box of organic corn dogs. And it's the stupidest thing in the world to me because there are certain things that I just don't think should exist in the world. And when I'm eating a corn dog, I could care less that it is organic. And so it was so confusing to me why that product existed.
Yeah, that's all weird.
Junk food should be junk food.
That's what I mean. Let a corn dog be a corn dog.
Right.
Don't be like, oh, it's an all-natural veggie dog with a cauliflower crust that's been deep fried in coconut oil.
That's not a corn dog,
No.
you're eating crap.
Ruin
Don't do it.
Cover a sausage in cornmeal and fry it in fat.
And then mustard.
Yes, there should be no such
Copious
thing.
amounts of-
I'll agree, can we just start a petition.com, get rid of organic corn dogs? That's the dumbest thing ever.
Agreed.
Hold on, Corey, get prepared for the humidity. I lived in Florida for the first 25 years of my life, and I'm going back was painful with the humidity. What did I miss?
He's going to move to it from Arkansas.
Oh, although from Arkansas to Florida, is that a huge change?
Honestly, no. Like summers
Yeah.
in Missouri were very similar to summers in Florida.
Interesting.
Like winters in Missouri were very different.
Yeah, I feel like
yeah.
summers in Indiana were very similar to Florida.
Yeah. Hot,
Very humid, very
buggy.
hot, very gross.
Yeah, just nasty.
Yeah.
Really.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So meals for me.
Sorry, I went on a corn dog rant.
I know you did.
If you say organic corn dogs, I'm
I'll
looking at
bring
a
it
jerk.
back and around.
Thank you.
So probably one of the best meals that I've ever eaten in my life was in Paris, and it was veal over some kind of noodly something. It was amazing. Like I still dream about this meal, but also just like my go-to favorite meal, just anytime, is the boxed Kraft mac and cheese with peas.
She was doing. I know Auburn. Don't even.
She doesn't put peas in the mac and cheese.
Yes, Auburn. Don't get us
Mix
started.
it all in.
Canned peas or like frozen peas?
That I cook in the microwave, steam in the microwave.
I am so embarrassed right now.
It's so good.
We
So good.
yes, you should be worried.
Here's the thing. He's always just like, ugh, and then he always has a bite and he's like, okay, it's actually not that bad.
No, here's the thing.
Every time.
It's not that you ruin mac and cheese with peas. It's that it is exponentially better without peas in it.
Okay, my
I
mom
love
hates
peas.
peas, so she would never eat that.
I love peas.
I would try it. It sounds like it would be weird, but it also doesn't sound like it would be bad.
It's so good.
It just sounds odd. Like
Would you add what would you add to your mac and cheese? Would you add like cut up little hot dogs?
Yes.
Me too. That's me
But you
too.
have to cut them the long way, so they're like
Little noodles.
hot dog noodles.
Hot dog noodles. Also, that sounds gross. Like hot dog noodles. Oh,
My mom used to cut them up for me, and they
sounds
were
so gross.
Oh man.
Hot dog
And here's
noodles.
the thing. I have
Oh,
tried
man.
the peas with like homemade macaroni and cheese. It is not the same. You have to do it with the Kraft box mac and cheese.
Not sponsored, but if Kraft wanted to call us, we would accept that brand deal.
Yes.
We are your demo.
I always buy like the massive pack of it at Costco.
You can have my mom's peas, Emma says.
I love it.
I am not a peas fan. Like frozen and anything
I don't
else.
can, but I love frozen peas.
Somebody asked,
Fresh.
so we're gonna do I'm gonna give you guys two options and you have to pick which one you like better, Coke or Pepsi.
Coke.
Dr. Pepper.
Okay, that's absolutely that's not
If we're doing that, then I'm going.
no, we're not doing that. Why? Oh, I thought of you. I took recycling in today,
Yeah.
and the
There's so many good drinking sport.
no, I was gonna say better, but I don't know if it's better. I was recycling the aluminum cans,
It says
and
beer.
the person who was apparently there for me had like an entire case of squirt because like there was a giant mound of empty squirt cans.
I'm gonna go to their party.
That's what I thought of. I was like, did Auburn sneak out and bring her recycling in? Okay, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke,
I would choose Coke as well.
if I have to, but Dr. Pepper.
Snickers or Kit Kat?
Kit Kat.
Oh, man,
Every time.
do I have to choose?
You only get one.
Kit Kat,
Really?
because I like Milky Way better than Snickers. If I want
Oh.
peanuts in a candy bar, I want a Payday.
What's your favorite candy bar? Give me like what's your all-time favorite candy bar?
The midnight Milky Way.
Is that the dark chocolate? I don't know that I've had that one. I've
It's
seen
my
it.
Favorite.
Really? I will say every time I have a Milky Way, I think to myself how underappreciated they are.
Yeah.
Like they're better than I always remember.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
What about you? Snickers or Kit Kat? You said Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
But what's your all-time favorite?
Either Kit Kat or Twix.
Oh. And Twix is so surprising to me because Sherri.
It's weird to me because I don't like caramel, but I love Twix.
Yep. My all-time favorite would probably be either Snickers or Reese's. The peanut butter cups.
We didn't give us that choice.
Well, that's true. Okay, so I would choose Snickers. I choose Snickers over Kit Kat, but I do like Kit Kat.
Love it. Love the candy. All of it.
Aaron said, and Sherri are very different on this. I'm curious to know. I think I know where you fall on this. Almond Joy because of the coconut.
Yeah.
Man,
My dad
loves
ruined
I
something
love
so
them.
good like chocolate with coconut. Why would you do that?
I love them.
My dad likes the weird candy.
Yet
He likes the
another-
almond joy, and he likes the licorice jelly beans. Like
The licorice, like black licorice.
yes, those
Oh
are my favorite.
no!
I can't
No,
stand
I don't
them.
know.
I cannot do black licorice. Like I don't even
Mhm.
want to.
I can't even handle the smell of it.
Oh my
It
gosh.
just makes me want to gag.
I can't do it.
Oh,
We also found out since it is Father's Day, something that I do. Not only do your dad and I have a connection about almond joy, we also have a connection about how we say a certain word, right? We were having breakfast recently,
I know where this is going.
and I was making sausages, and I called them snossages. And Auburn's face just like a total look of like, oh my gosh. Apparently, her dad also calls them snossages.
He does indeed.
Is there any guy that doesn't call them snossages? Let me know. How many of you, if you're a man, call them snossages?
why?
I have no idea. I have no clue why we call them snossages, but like I absolutely do. I have no clue. It doesn't make any sense.
You got.
And I'm not even a dad.
Miss the beg to differ.
Oh wow.
Auburn.
Wow,
Sorry.
Auburn. That is true.
That's true.
I like Laura says I call them snossages, but I'm definitely not a man. It's an old man thing. Oh, snossages are dog treats. You've never heard of snossages? I hope that
It's just he takes a lot of words and makes them weird because he's weird.
there's a lot of people in here that are weird. I call them sausages. It's because that's what they're called. You call them that because that's their people should call them.
Congratulations, you're using their actual name and
Yeah,
not the
you
weird
call them
one.
sausages because you're not my dad.
Or me.
Or
Snossages. Makes me so happy to call them that. Okay, favorite late night snack. Like it's late at night.
am I watching a movie?
Let's say
Because if I'm watching a movie, it's popcorn.
yes. Okay, popcorn.
Yeah.
I like her dance.
And you? Favorite late night snack?
Probably something sugary that I shouldn't have at night, like gummies,
Yeah.
gummy bears.
Mine is a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
My favorite late night snack, like a bowl of Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Although to be fair, I will eat that any hour of any day.
Crackling open.
No, not. What do once you finish your Werther's original. Okay, what's your favorite snack? Not watching a movie.
Like at night,
Yeah.
I want something I can drink. So tea if I'm cold. Like,
Or a strawberry milkshake.
or strawberry milkshake at 1:30 in the morning when you lied to me about Denny's.
Wow.
Drinking in the
Wow.
parking lot.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
I did lie to you.
He
Oh
flat
well.
out lied.
Okay, I'm
I
fine.
almost feel bad about it. I don't. Also, do you guys know that today's the longest day of the year?
Woo!
Today
Happy
is
solstice.
today is summer solstice. It's not only Father's Day. Also, wait, what did Ilona say?
I'm gonna look up the
Ilona, Oreos. Multiple hammocks full of Oreos. Hammocks full of Oreos.
I love that.
So funny. I do love Oreos. Okay, what is your? When you think of like an Oreo or a Fig Newton or a Chips Ahoy, do you have like a go-to cookie, a store-bought cookie that you love?
The Loft House cookies. If I'm gonna buy cookies from the store,
What is Loft House?
they're like the sugar cookies, the really soft ones with the frosting.
Oh yeah, with frosting.
sprinkles on
Okay.
them.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking
If
about.
I'm gonna buy cookies from the store,
That's it.
I'm buying the Loft House cookies.
I usually get myself a small pack of them when he's out of town because he won't eat them.
True.
But I love them.
Yep.
Love, love, love.
I'm probably like a double stuffed Oreo. To me, double stuffed Oreo is just the perfect cookie. Well, the perfect store-bought cookie. Ooh.
Okay, so just for randomness,
Let's hear it.
I looked up because it's the longest day of the year
Yes,
here in
it is.
Alaska, here in Anchorage. The sunrise was 4:21 a.m. The sunset is 11:41 p.m.
It's true.
So.
I actually saw the sunrise this morning.
Why were you up at 4:21?
I was up again. And I went to the window to look because I wanted to see it. It was cool. Today's your 23rd wedding anniversary.
Ooh, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. That's awesome.
That's
Oh,
great.
Biscoff cookies. I love Biscoff. Have you ever had Biscoff?
Yeah.
It's like what Delta gives on their airlines.
Those are my favorite airplane snack.
They're really
You know what my
good.
favorite cookie is? Those little fudge ones. I have like the fudge on the bottom and then it's
Like stripes?
Mhm,
The Keebler cookies.
Yeah.
So they're
I think so.
maybe.
I know Keebler makes them.
Yeah.
I think they're called like fudge stripe or something.
yeah, something like that.
We're getting distracted by food. What other this or
Also, I've had a sandwich today about an hour ago.
I haven't eaten yet today.
I had a piece of toast this morning.
We just hit
And
the
2
ground running
cups
this
of coffee.
morning. He got up and immediately got dressed and left and took a whole bunch of charity stuff in from cleaning out our studio.
Which you guys will see maybe Wednesday or Friday,
Maybe.
or the following Monday.
Took in a bunch of
Sometime
recycling.
soon.
He did all the grocery shopping for the week. And Auburn and I moved all of my Etsy stuff from the living room down into the studio here and got it all put away neatly.
You guys will also see all that on whenever this video comes out. Tomorrow's vlog, though, for us will be day 4 of our RV trip.
Yep.
A video that we still have to end because we have not ended that video yet. Oops. Somebody asked what time it is here. It's 3:42.
3:42 p.m.
We've been here
3:40.
45 minutes.
Yeah, it goes by quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Loft House don't keep very well.
Mm-mm.
Oreo has enough artificial preservation. That's the thing. Like an Oreo cookie will last forever. And here's
Fun
the thing.
fact, did you know that Oreo is vegan?
I told you that.
Oreos are vegan. So if you're vegan, you can still have Oreos.
Sleeves of
Heck
them.
yes.
Sleeves and
Hammocks.
sleeves. Or
Hammocks.
hammocks.
Full of
Hammock is so funny.
my favorite.
I miss giggle cookies.
Ah,
What's a giggle cookie?
I don't know what that is.
Says I'm old. Who remembers those? Does anybody in here remember giggle cookies?
I'm
Okay.
gonna ask the Google.
Sure, it's all artificial. And I don't even mind that. Like
Nope.
if
not
something
even
tastes
close.
delicious, don't care that it's fake. Someone asked, what did you name the window dog in the RV? Now we never finalized the name.
We didn't.
We also did
But
all
we'll
of
have one in July, so I think we need to come up with a name.
But what if we have the creepy kids? on
that's
there?
what I was
Oh,
wondering.
I hope not. We might ask for a different one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
I
they
can't handle the weird kids in that window.
yeah. So hopefully on the next RV trip we can
Well,
come up with a
can't
dog
see
name.
them inside.
True.
Only we're outside.
That's true. Sherri, would we ever get another cat?
Yes. We've kind of gone back and forth on whether we want to get one before Missy goes away or after.
Goes away.
Sounds like she's going on a trip.
I
somewhere.
know. The trip to the
I
Great
don't want to
Big
think about her dying. I
Cat
don't wanna do
House in
that.
the Sky.
So yeah, I'm not sure. She has been the only animal in our house for 12 years, and
Yep.
I don't know how she would handle another smallish kitten. And so I don't know. And I don't want to bring another cat into the house that would be miserable for her or for the other cat or for us. And so I don't know. We go back and forth.
Agreed. Someone said, if you were watching vlog from Japan, what kind of stuff would you like to see?
Grocery shopping.
Yep.
I'd really like to see grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm.
Show us what like your average day or life is like there.
I want to see the mundane stuff, like filling up your car with gasoline.
Yep.
I want to see that.
Yep, I agree. We had friends who lived in Japan for a couple of years before they moved to Alaska. And one of my favorite vlogs of theirs was when they went to a baseball game there, because baseball is huge in Japan, like huge in Japan. And I've been to a number of games here in the US, and it was really cool because I liked seeing the differences of going to baseball in Japan and going to baseball here. So anything you can show us of life there that would be different than life here, I think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Tokyo Disney Sea.
Vanessa Missy's never going away. I hope not. I hope she is just immortal. Yes, but I don't believe that she will be.
She won't be. Someday she's gone.
I don't like to think about her being here.
And then you had what's the dog name?
Rolls. Name the dog Little Shrub.
Little Shrub. I like that. Little Shrub.
Well,
Nice reference to my
Missy
hair.
here's Missy.
Jerk. Didn't know baseball exists in Japan. Baseball is huge in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Simon's too young to be a widower. Just so you guys know, our cat Missy is betrothed. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
To Aaron and I own his cat Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's going for the younger man.
Affianced. Yes,
Affianced.
exactly. Yes. So I want to go to Tokyo Sea. Tokyo Sea is the park that I want to go to the most, actually.
Kelly, you're not going without me. We're going together.
Wait, is that your Aunt Kelly?
That's my Aunt Kelly.
Hi, Aunt Kelly.
I need to text Gary later.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Jeez,
Kelly,
man.
text Auburn and remind her to text Gary later. We've been telling her all morning, Auburn, you text Gary. She hasn't been listening to us, so maybe she'll listen to you. What other questions do we have? Because we're running out a little bit. So hold on, let me go back to Kevin's list of questions because there were some good things on there.
Mm-hmm.
Sherri, question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Describe your perfect day. I'll ask you the question next, just so you know. Get those wheels turning.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm there.
My perfect day would involve not having to leave the house and
Okay.
not having to wear anything besides pajamas. I would probably sleep in and get up and read or watch a movie or something relaxing, kind of all day. And then I would go to bed.
Emma, April 25th.
Also, it's
Perfect
like-
8.
It's not too hot, not too cold.
Okay, so
You need to
light jacket. My gosh. What would you like? What would you eat on your perfect day?
Well, so he was sort of describing my perfect day for me, and it involved sushi and possibly Benihana because I love Benihana. It would involve him going to get it.
Did you guys know she loves Benihana? Like she loves Benihana.
I love Benihana. For me.
We need to go to Benihana.
It is the best fried rice ever.
I actually agree with
It's
that.
so good. So it would involve him actually going to get me those foods, which would be great for me. I don't want to have to leave the house.
All right, Auburn. Perfect day.
Me in a chair on Castaway Key all day long. Perfect day.
Mine starts with biscuits and gravy. Probably involves a bowl of cereal. It involves lots of friends, most likely a sporting event, and then going out late at night and getting back like wee hours of the morning. We have very, very different days. Very different days.
His just sounds exhausting.
It sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful. All right, scrolling through questions. Questions for you. Questions for Auburn.
Tell us about your family.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Well, we all know about Gary. You don't text him.
Gary is my uncle and my godfather.
I'm kidding.
And I meant to send him a card from the North Pole, and I totally forgot because I'm an idiot. Whoops.
Wow.
I know. I'm stupid.
No.
So
Gary, if you're watching, we're sorry.
Gary is married to my Aunt Kelly, who is my dad's sister. My mom and my sister are at home, and my sister is actually in the comments. And
She is Dumb Girl's Guide, for those of you.
Everybody say hi to Emma.
Say hi, Emma.
hi, Emma.
And go check out her channel.
Yeah, and you've seen, maybe if you've watched the videos on my channel, like the very first video I posted was my mom and my sister
That's
and I
right.
doing a Disney movie tag.
Yep.
And that was really fun. That was really, really fun.
Question for me. I fell asleep. I'm sorry. I was still stuck on biscuits and gravy thinking about that. Everybody saying hi, Emma. Look at that.
Yay.
You guys are the best. Hi, Emma. That's hilarious.
I'm so happy.
Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. You had an eclectic job history. What did you think you wanted to be when you were a kid? Is there a dream job you aspired to? It's weird because I never had that. It was never like, oh, I always wanted to be a veterinarian. Like, I never had a job I wanted to do. I think that the job I first had was in the hotel industry, and I was talking about this on Instagram Live the other night, and I loved working in the hotel industry. I started when I was 14 and worked in that for like probably a dozen years or 16 years, and loved that because while you do have to deal with like cranky travelers a lot, but at the same time, you get to deal with people who, like old couples, that their entire life, this is one vacation they've wanted to go on. Alaska is the one place they've always wanted to see. And you get to be the face that like welcomes them to Alaska. And I loved that industry. And so for the first time I started in the hotel industry, like I knew that's what I wanted to do for a while, and I did it for a long time. Mm-hmm. So I don't think like as a kid I necessarily had something I wanted to do, but yeah, I don't know. I totally didn't answer the question, but that's okay because it's my channel. Right, Sherri? Questions for Sherri. Oh, we got to do the bookstore question. We have to do this, right? For both of you. Because it's such a good question.
I don't have a great answer for it, but we can ask the question.
You own a bookstore. Mm-hmm. And a publisher says you can have 4 authors, living or dead, do a book signing and meet and greet at your store. Who do you choose? Also, for clarification, if you choose dead authors, they are back alive.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
It's not just like a
that's really
canister.
It's really important. It's really important that we clarify.
Here they are.
That really
like Billy from Hocus Pocus. It just like
that really changes the feel of this meet and greet. That it's not just their urn of ashes.
Right. So it's the real living.
Yes. So who would the 4 be that you would choose?
So for sure, Jane Austen. And then I don't really have a great answer because I feel like there's a lot of authors that I love, like Charles Dickens, but I don't actually have any desire to meet him in person because he was not a great person.
Interesting.
Like, I've read a lot about him, and as a person, he was not fantastic. And so I don't know that I actually want to meet him in person. I just want to read his stuff.
Okay.
And then there's other people that I'm afraid would not live up to like the books that they wrote because the books were so amazing for me and they like changed my life. And then I'm just afraid that they, as a human, would not live up to that standard, and I would be disappointed, and that would taint my view of these books. And so I am way overthinking this, I know. But yep. I don't know. I think Jane Austen for sure. And then from there,
it's just Jane Austen and 3 empty tables.
Can I just have her back 4 times?
I like somebody said, how would they sign the books if they were dead? You take their lifeless hand and hold the pen, and you're just like, wow. Charles Dickens.
Okay.
Auburn, same question to you you are also a book lover. Let's hear your answer.
Okay. So since we talked about this last, I had a new thought.
Oh.
Jane Austen, of course. Unless I can just like mesh mine with her and then we can have 4 different ones. Julia Childs.
That's a great answer.
Right?
Yeah, it's such a good
I feel like
answer.
that would be really fun.
Yeah.
She would be really fun.
Snarky.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
Tolkien.
Tolkien's good. Somebody just put, so you guys know I'm not a book fan, but C.S. Lewis.
Uh-huh.
C.S. Lewis for me. Holy cow.
Okay, Janice, if you can make me my gosh, like if you could show me where she is doing a book signing, I think I would die if I met Julie Andrews. I think I would just like drop dead on the spot. I adore her. I think she's wonderful.
You would die?
I would die.
Wow. How awkward would that be? You like go to a
She
like
would
book
remember
signing.
me.
You would, yeah,
Lucy
that's
Maud
true.
Montgomery.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. She
She
wrote
might
Anne
be
of Green Gables.
She might be boring to me though. I feel like
She might be.
Wait,
although
who?
she wrote Anne of
Montgomery?
Green
Oh, okay.
Anne of Green Gables. But I don't know, because like the books are just very like quick.
If she was anything like
If she's anything like Anne, I feel like
yes.
she could be entertaining.
Yep.
What about you guys? Any authors that you like would love to meet? If you could have one dinner with one author or like meet one author. I don't really have, I think honestly, maybe C.S. Lewis for me.
Yeah.
Like I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I way overthink everything.
Okay, so
I'm a chronic overthinker.
So I remember you guys discussing this when we first talked about this question, but I don't remember the answer. Why was J.K. Rowling not on either of your lists?
Because I'm afraid she wouldn't live up to how important the books are to me.
Wow.
And not that I think she's a horrible person. I don't know her.
Okay.
But I'm afraid that she wouldn't, and then it would taint my view of Harry Potter.
Her books that I loved the most were the first 3.
Mm-hmm.
And they were written so long ago. And I haven't, not that I didn't love the last 4, but they almost were disappointing after the first 3 because the first 3 were so good.
Mm-hmm.
So
Book 5 is my favorite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
3 is my favorite. I would hate to be disappointed because like she has changed as a person since then.
Sure.
I want to meet that J.K. Rowling.
Right.
That makes sense. I saw somebody said Jesus. Also a great answer. I was joking with him.
Jesus
I was
is
like,
not an author.
I was
He
like,
didn't write the-
I was like, God, he wrote the Bible. I'd invite him to my book signing. And at this table, God. And then it's like, do you need multiple chairs? Does one chair work? How does this work? Can you imagine having like God's signature? God. Michelle Obama would be a good one. Captain
that's actually good.
Sullenberger or
Yeah.
Oprah. Man, you guys have some really good answers.
Okay, Neil Gaiman would be really, really cool.
Who?
Neil Gaiman?
Who's that?
You've seen Stardust?
Yeah.
He wrote the book. Did you know it was based on a book?
I did not.
I didn't either.
I feel like I need to read
bought
the
the book.
book.
And, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this is, I'm shocked he didn't make Sherry's list. John Grisham. You read, when we first met, when I courted Sherry, I don't know if that's how it works. You read every John Grisham book.
Yes. So I think I stopped reading his stuff around the 4-county story thing that he did. I read that and I was just like, because I felt like he was sort of just writing the same thing over and over. But everything before that, I read everything multiple times and loved him. I think he could be fun because what was interesting for me about John Grisham was that he's an actual lawyer. So he actually knows what he's talking about when he's writing about the lawyers and like the law and how things work like that.
I've watched probably 200 episodes of Judge Judy.
Oh.
And so I consider myself a bit of an amateur lawyer as well.
Cool. Okay.
Have you ever read a John Grisham book?
Nope.
No?
No, they're excellent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have either, actually. Have I read a John Grisham book?
Yes, you have.
I read his sports
He
book,
read his sports books.
which was great.
Didn't.
He had a sports
I
book?
read some of them.
Called Playing for Pizza. It was about American football in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Such a good book. Okay, hold on.
And you read Bleachers. Did you read
I read Bleachers. Meg Cabot, who wrote Princess Diaries, is hysterical. Of course you know her. She's actually here right now. We're just hanging out.
She talks like
Also,
Mia.
Stephen King says hi. Have you guys ever read Stephen King books?
No.
Because of the scariness of them?
Yes.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to
I
have
don't think that I could.
I'd love to have dinner with Tom Brady so I can stand him up and leave him in the restaurant alone. Emma, that's hilarious.
Sherri,
Yeah.
you're my favorite.
She
Yeah.
would like stand outside and take pictures of it.
Do you have any plans to make a business outside of YouTube? Brian, let me know what do you mean by that? Business outside of YouTube. So YouTube isn't a business to us. YouTube is something that we just do. We do
Mhm.
make money off of it, but like
Etsy.
Yep, we have Etsy stuff going. Like we
both
actually
have real jobs.
Yep. I love a good Stephen King book. Laura, what's your favorite Stephen King book? Also, Emma, I don't know if you actually hold on. Emma has not can I call you out right now? Is that okay? And this isn't calling out on you because I think it's just you don't use it. Let me look. I sent friend request to Emma on Facebook.
I think she uses Facebook.
No, I know, and that's why this is so funny to me. like literally months ago, and it's been pending. But I posted today maybe I posted on Instagram as well, that my dad taught me two things: the love of the Seahawks and the hatred of the Patriots. And with that is Tom Brady. I hate Tom Brady. You hate Tom Brady.
Everybody hates Tom Brady.
I don't hate him.
Oh, I do.
I don't understand why people love him. I think he's a jarhead.
Under the Dome was a great TV series based on Stephen King. Have you ever
So
seen it?
good.
No, I heard the book was amazing.
I've heard that too.
I was actually interested in reading the book because of the TV show. The TV show was so good.
Stephen King actually has a lot of. Wait, is it true? Is Stephen King right? Shawshank Redemption.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Isn't that right? Stephen King wrote Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, and I think there's like he actually has
Green Mile.
he actually has a number of stories that people didn't know that he wrote.
Mhm.
Yeah, the JFK book. I have read the JFK book, so I guess I have read more. Yeah, interesting. All right, what are we talking about? It's
Like a
an
business that the boomers would consider business, such as flipping houses or designing tables or something.
that boomers would consider a business.
Internet courses, right?
That's really funny. What that a boomer would consider a business.
Nah, not really. We kind of did like redoing like furniture and stuff for a while. Not really as a business, sort of as a hobby.
We have a pretty diverse income set for us, and that's intentional.
Mm-hmm. So if one thing goes away, we're not scrambling.
Yeah, so we make money a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So let's see. Wait, where did Janice? You could introduce Stephen King to the doll. Janice is making fun of your dolls in the room
Wow,
up there.
Janice. Wow.
Okay, the doll is no longer creepy because Baymax was in my bathroom. That was fine.
That's fair.
Did he scare you in the middle of the
He
night?
did not scare me in the middle of the night.
Good.
He was very good last night. He stayed very still and he didn't approach me.
I don't really know where to.
Forward.
We have this new giant Baymax that Cam sent, and I don't really know where to put it. So he
Like it's as tall as him.
needs to find a home. We need to find a Baymax home.
I think it needs to go in that door.
Maybe.
So
I
you
think our
see it every time you pass.
I think our homeowners association. We will get a letter from our homeowners association within days, for sure.
Mm.
So, are y'all planning or already invested? And if so, would you guys invest Disney stock? So can I talk about stocks for a second? I would not buy Disney stock, not because I don't think it's a good investment. I actually think Disney stock is a good investment at certain price points. Remember with stock, it's about percentage growth, right? So if you invest $100, if a stock is $100 and it goes up $10, that's only 10% growth, which is great. It's fine. But for me, I think Disney stock is priced high and I don't see it exponentially growing. Now there is a price point that I would have bought at. Are you guys nerds?
No.
What's going on?
How do you stand the blue spot? No,
Janice?
he's flat. And
It wouldn't cover the blue spot because the blue spot is way bigger than he is.
and he would also be in the way if he
Yeah.
was sitting on the blue spot.
Very, very rude. Back to stocks. That's why everybody's here. Stock chat with Adam. So I don't view Disney as a bad stock purchase, but I will support Disney in other ways rather than buying stock. What I had been looking for, what we bought most recently, we bought a lot of energy and oil stocks a couple of months ago when oil prices tanked because I knew that historically oil prices go up. And we've actually seen those stocks increase by 600% in the last few months, which has been great for us.
You've also done a lot of like cryptocurrency stuff.
A lot of cryptocurrency, which to me, long term, I think will pay off. And actually, even in the short term, for us, has paid off because I'm a big, anyway, sorry. Totally not what we're talking about.
He's nerding out right now.
I am nerding out because that stuff matters. Like, I think that stuff is, I think you should be strategic with your money because I think we need to be like a good steward of our money. And being a good steward is like understanding how the stock market works and not just being like, oh, I have an Apple phone, so I'll buy Apple stock. But like, can Apple stock make you a lot of money? Right. If not, what are stocks that can make you a lot of money so that I can support Apple in other ways, like having the money to buy new MacBooks and like all that kind of stuff. So to me, rather than buying Disney stock as an investment that will pay off big time, I would invest in stocks that I think would pay off big time so that I can then go on more Disney cruises. That's how I would view that. Anyway.
Okay, earlier, Vanessa asked me if I had had Dogfish Head beer. Yes. She also asked if I had a favorite craft beer company. No. Not really. Like, there's not one that stands out in my head as being better than all the others. I want to talk for a second. I'm going to get on a soapbox. I'm going to talk about an app for a second because I'm a hip kid and I'm with it and I'm using all the apps. And it's the Untapped app. My mom actually got me into this. Okay, so whatever. But you can actually log beers that you try. So the ones that you like, you can, give 5 stars and you can tag your friends and you can take pictures. So you it's almost like a beer diary or a beer Facebook. So you can keep track of the ones that you've tried and the ones that you like. So if you don't know about that, now you do, and you should definitely use that app because I think it's really cool and you earn badges when you try new beers. Untapped.
Just hip kid
with it. That's me.
She's the oldest 24-year-old we know.
Oh my gosh. That needs to be a YouTube video, Auburn. Yeah, you should make that.
The
Untapped. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you for remembering my question. I love Untapped. Oh, Vanessa, you already use it.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Cool. Let's be friends.
I don't drink, so I don't need that app. Well, that's cool. Then you don't get to use it.
Yeah. See, you don't drink, so you don't need it.
It is a great app. It's a ton of fun.
I don't use it because I don't drink beer.
There you go. Her parents are super old. Emma.
No, they have told us that.
Emma.
She's right.
Be nice.
She's not wrong. Have you heard of, or would you like to buy a Tesla? Yeah, of course we've heard of Tesla. What do you think about renewable energy? So I feel like Brian and I would be friends. Have heard of Tesla. Would love a Tesla. Would not necessarily love a Tesla in Alaska because while I'm a big believer in what they're doing, we don't have the infrastructure in Alaska necessarily that would make using a Tesla over long distances here. What Kevin say? Hip girl videotaping, ice cream making, butter churning Auburn. Yeah, it's really weird how old she is. It's like it's as if an 85-year-old lady died and like just somehow her spirit just jumped into your body.
I've just spent a lot of time with 85-year-old women and men. I used to peel potatoes with a guy at church.
Of course you did. Why? Yeah, 80 years ago.
Yeah.
80 years ago you did that.
No.
That's why you're so creeped out by the dolls in the other room, is that the spirits of your lost friends from 80 years ago are in those dolls. It's like, oh, those are dolls from my friends when I was 80 years ago.
Okay, so somebody asked about my watch ears. It's like a case protector thing that goes around the watch.
He has them too.
I got this on Amazon a long time ago. I'm gonna see if I can find the link, and if I can, I will link it in the video that's gonna go up tomorrow on my channel. But Amazon.
I love Sherry's dolls, by the way, Janice. Don't.
Clearly, since you're mocking them.
Turns out Auburn's just a ghost from the Victorian area. She's not like, you can actually just like reach through her. She's like, whoa.
That's why she doesn't like to give people hugs.
That's why she doesn't like to give people hugs. Because when you touch her.
Stop it. You're giving them all my secrets. Not fair.
Also, the color just changed. That was weird. All right. We've done this for an hour and 5 minutes. I think we need to go.
Who's bored?
We're going to wrap it up.
Also, how have 105 of you guys hung out with us this whole time? That's ridiculous.
Also,
thanks for stopping by.
Why? Because there was not a point of this live stream. What's your channel, Auburn? Auburn's channel
Human.
is just.
Adam's going to type it out for us right now.
This is her name, and that's her channel. Just type that in on YouTube, and you'll find her. She looks like this. Look for the channel that has like that face, and then you'll find it. What do you think about the quarantine? I think, yeah, we'll do another one of these. I don't know. I think we're gonna get doing them once a month. I think that's kind of the plan.
I think so.
It won't be next week.
We don't know when that
won't be next week. It also won't be the week after because it's 4th of July weekend.
Well,
is it?
That's the 5th of July, so it'll be the 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna live stream on the 5th of July.
Yeah.
And it won't be 12.
Nope, be 12. How about this? July 19th is our next live stream. July 19th is our next live stream. So, friends, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys on Instagram because I'll be on Instagram live. So if you don't follow LeggLife on Instagram, go make that happen. Happened. Weird.
You are weird.
Any parting words?
Dylan says, hey. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan. Hey. Hi. Any parting words?
Goodbye.
Wow. Bye.